Hi, I'm Kristina Bergsten with the Animal Law Firm, where we are fighting for the underdog. Today I want to talk to you about some really interesting information that I just came across. So there are a couple bills of note. So I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember, but the Schoolhouse Rock, I'm just a belle, a lonely belle, something like that. I don't remember it, but I remember the cartoon. Anyway, so bills are what get introduced in our legislative branch, and then they work their way through various committees and approval processes, and eventually, hopefully, they become a law, right? So bills become laws, right? And so there are two bills that are currently pending in the New Jersey Legislature that are very important, one of which this office had a hand in getting started. So one of our clients, Mr. Carter, he suffered the loss of his beloved emotional support animal known as Caddy. Caddy was a wonderful red golden retriever and just a delight to everyone who knew him, and of course to his owner, Mr. Carter. And so Caddy unfortunately suffered death at the hands of a veterinarian, and the Carters took it upon themselves to encourage their local legislator to introduce a bill that specifically provides for emotional distress damages for veterinary malpractice situations. So it's still, I think it's still in committee. It's been in committee, it looks like, since January, but, or not since January, because it was introduced in April. It's in committee and it's been there since then, as far as I can tell. But it's really interesting because it will recognize that emotional distress damages can and should be awarded for animal-related matters, particularly veterinary malpractice. It does cap the damages at $5,000, but that is the highest cap on emotional distress damages in the country. I think maybe Tennessee allows a cap of $5,000, so maybe not quite the largest, but it is one of the largest, let's say. And yeah, it just obviously provides for something that you and I both know is a very real thing, which is that you suffer emotional distress from the loss of your furry family member. So keep your eye on that. That is a super interesting and important bill that will have a lot of impact if it is passed. Another bill that I came across that I think is really interesting and worth keeping your eye on is dog trainers. So there's a bill pending to create a state licensing board for dog trainers. This is kind of a highly unregulated activity. Most courts do not, in dangerous dog cases, we will work with trainers to get a dog rehabilitated or something like that. And a lot of them don't have licenses because there is no state licensing board. Now, there are several private organizations that have very strict metrics for licensing and licensure and education and continuing education. One of them is the Association of Professional Dog Trainers. So if you're looking for a place to start with a dog trainer, that is definitely the place to start if you're not in New Jersey. Now, this bill has not come into law yet, but I think it would be really helpful, and it would be really a good step forward to making sure that people are getting good training from people who are representing themselves as experts in this field. And it will also create a more standardized expert base of dog trainers to draw from. So when you have a case where your dog is accused of biting or your dog is accused of this or that, you have someone who has some training and experience who can kind of opine on whether or not this behavior deviated from just normal dog behavior, and therefore the dog is dangerous. So anyway, a lot of exciting things happening in New Jersey. Really excited to see where these go. As always, if you have questions or concerns, you can write them down here. Maybe not concerns so much, I can't really respond to those. But if you have questions, you can write us a question. We will do our best to respond. We get a lot of inquiries. We are very busy, so we're not always able to respond right away, but feel free to call our office and we would be happy to schedule an appointment with you to talk about your specific situation. As you know, our phone number has changed to 1-844-PET-LAWYER. That's 1-844-738-5299. Take care, underdogs. See you next time.